Okay, let's take a look at number 25 and 2.8. Some of you guys hate these problems, I know, because there's not just one right answer. They want you to be creative. We're supposed to draw the graph of a function f on the closed interval from 0 to 4 with this given property. This is supposed to have jump discontinuity at 2, and this function does not satisfy the conclusion of the IVT. Well, the reason, guys, we can draw this with not satisfying the conclusion of the mean value theorem is because it doesn't satisfy the hypothesis of the mean value theorem. The hypothesis of the MVT is that your function has to be continuous on that interval. Well, if it has jump discontinuity at 2, it is not continuous on the interval from 0 to 4. So I've got to try to draw something here, guys, that's going to do something like this. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and here you go. And it's got to have jump discontinuity at 2. And if you remember this from earlier in the chapter, jump discontinuity at 2 means that your left-hand limit and your right-hand limit are not going to be the same. So I'm going to color one of those in, and I tell you what, I'm just going to draw a little curve that does this right here on the left, and then a curve over here that does something like this on the right. So, what have I drawn here, guys? I've drawn a function on an interval from 0 to 4 that has jump discontinuity at 2, and I want it to not satisfy the conclusion of the mean value theorem. So here you go, guys. This function has a starting value over here on the left of 0, and I'm just making stuff up, but let's just say that its ending value right over here looks like it's, oh, I don't know, I'm going to say 2. Now, the conclusion of the mean value theorem would tell us that every y value between 0 and 2 has to occur on this function at least once. Well, what about this value right here, which I'm going to guess is maybe just 1.5? If I've drawn this the way that I wanted to, yeah, there you go. The line y equals 1.5 completely misses this curve right here. There is no value here on this function where y is equal to 1.5. And the reason why is because of the jump discontinuity that we had at 2. Now, let me switch to green real quick. If this was a continuous function that started here and ended here, then there's no way I could connect these two dots right here in green without crossing that line of 1.5. In this case, the way I've drawn it 3 times, because the green curve is continuous. It does satisfy the hypothesis of the MVT, but this particular function that I drew in blue does not. So this would just be one of many examples you could draw of a function that has that jump discontinuity at 2. Therefore, it doesn't satisfy the hypothesis of the mean value theorem, and then as a result, at least it's possible then, that it doesn't satisfy the conclusion of the mean value theorem either.